Put your hand up if you know Letitia Shelton. Right. So you would know that she's someone who kicks doors down and runs through and knocks people over. I'm the person that comes behind and picks them up and hugs them. But City Women has been running for nearly 20 years, and it's been a movement that has empowered women to work together. At its biggest, it had 23 ministries under its umbrella and up to 300 women from many, many churches working alongside each other. We never asked what church they belonged to, we just knew we were Jesus followers doing the work together, side by side. And I've been involved in it nearly all that time. In the last, in Toowoomba, we had an amazing unity movement that has faltered. And Tish, being such a powerhouse, has decided she doesn't want to wait around for the men to get it together again. So she said, well, last year, let's be intentional about building the unity amongst the women in a way that maybe we hadn't done before. So for the last 15 months, we've been doing something about trying to get to know the women we haven't met before, or the new ones to town, to give them the vision of unity amongst us. And so one of the things we're doing is we're running a breakfast every term where we invite women together. She makes us sit at tables where we don't know each other because we have to get to know each other. And so we network together and try and get to know numbers of people so that in between those terms we can meet with each other. And I've been given a role, I'm one day a week, where I just have coffee and get to know these women that many of us don't know, to share the vision of being a tribe together. It's about making them realise that they're not alone, and some of them are just on their own within their church or within their ministry and doing it on their own as an island. And we want to make sure that they feel like we're a team together, we've got their back, let's celebrate together, let's weep together when it's really tough. And so we give them opportunity for that. And so I get to meet all these amazing girls that are either pastors in a really traditional little church or heading up some ministry that's across the city, many types. And I just wanted, because I haven't got time, I could tell you some things like the fact that we have some therapy dogs that a whole bunch of girls have helped train and look after, and they take them into the courts, into mental health units and into the hospital to reach kids in a ministry called Hope for Our Children. Or I could tell you about the blessing bus that we got together last year. We filled a bus of women from all different churches to go and bless ministries in the town that aren't run by Christians, and it was 5 different ministries, including some counsellors from the local council, just to tell them that we love them and we see them and we applaud all that they're doing, and gave them lots of presents and wept with them because they were so grateful. And out of that, I could tell you that a couple of us are now meeting with these 3 ladies counsellors regularly to hear their heart and listen to them as they talk about the pain of being women amongst a lot of men and not feeling heard. Or I could tell you about the chaplains that we're seeing in really different areas. We have women who are chaplains at the Speedway. We have women who are chaplains in the street on a Friday and Saturday night, working at really late hours, loving people who are a bit broken in the streets. Or a shopping centre chaplains that are starting up now in different shopping centres in Toowoomba, women again. Or the chaplains to the brothel. I'm a part of a team that goes into the sex industry to just befriend the girls. And I could tell you of the lunch I had 2 weeks ago with the brothel owner, who said, I want you girls to keep coming in. Even though I own a brothel, I think the job is awful, and I'm so glad you're there to socially and emotionally support them. Yay! Or I could tell you about the pastor's wife who felt so alone and had no one to talk to about how tough it was. And when I sat with her and heard her story, she cried, and I asked her why, and she said, I finally feel heard. I think we women need to make sure that we have voices that are heard, not just amongst ourselves, but in our city. We are in a war, and this army of ladies that you talked about, we just want to get out there. We want to start winning some battles. Please mobilise us within your churches and within your ministries, because us women have so much we want to do in Jesus' name.